Alright, welcome back. I had to clear some more storage there so I get these videos on my iPad. So we are going to continue with 13.4, step number 2, which is preparing the journal entries for payment of the federal and state unemployment taxes liability. Assume both checks are prepared on the due date for the federal tax deposit checks number 401 and 402. You'll notice that we have 2 checks to pay here because we cannot send one check for the unemployment because one goes to the federal government and one goes to the state government. So what we have to do is prepare 2 checks. Now the checks are going to be due the last day of the month after the pay period. So in this case our pay period was March 31st, so the due date would be April 30th. So we're going to do 2 transactions on April 30th. The first transaction is going to be the federal. So we write exactly what they have in the book down, which is that unemployment tax payable dash federal. Okay, and then we're going to use check number 401 for that check, and we can look at the balance in the book. Federal says $511.75. So all we got to do is write $511.75 in our debit because we are paying off a payable, and then we also write that in the cash. $511.75. Remember, our credits must equal our debits. So in this case, we have one number on each side, $511.75, so we're good to go. The second one we do is the 30th again, and this one is unemployment tax payable state. We're going to use check 402, and then in the book it tells us that the state, we had to pay in $3,454.34. So we would put that in our debit column, and then we'd also put it in our cash column. 3454.34. Those are our 2 unemployment taxes. With our taxes that we pay to the IRS, these 3 up here, we can write all those with one check and send them all off just with the total amount. But down here, when we send our unemployment tax, we have to pay with separate checks because one's to the federal, one's to the state. So we have 2 different checks for the amounts that are given in the book. The due date is the end of the month after the pay period for the unemployment taxes, and it's the 15th of the month for our individual taxes if we are a monthly schedule depositor. Alright, so when you do the on your own 13.4, it's going to be very, very similar. It's almost exactly this. It's going to be exactly the same as the work together, just different numbers. So you should be able to handle that, and that'll put us at the end of the chapter. So then you can start on the application problems and the mastery. Try your best to use the book to help with any questions or anything that you have. And if not, we can review or ask questions on Friday. So have a great rest of your class, and go Bobcats!